I wanted to offer a follow-up from our session on Monday regarding virtual presence. My name is Kate Bringardner. If you were there, I thank you for attending. If you weren't able to join us, you'll find a little bit of the information here. We talked about lighting and we talked about framing, and I mentioned contrast in order to make your virtual presence stand out in a sea of faces. One of the things that we didn't quite get to was the level of the camera and how to make eye contact or how to create balance of power in the dynamics when you are on camera in a virtual meeting, what have you. Then being on camera in an impactful way and thinking about your presence is one aspect that could help you make those moves. Then right now, the camera is in front of me. It's about an arm's length away, and I'm using my computer camera and it is at eye level and I am looking into it. So you have the sensation that I am looking into your eyes, that I am making eye contact with you, much the same way I would if we were sitting across the table having coffee or at a work table, or if I were in your office, something along those lines. Mostly what I'm concerned about is what the person you are communicating with is receiving, and are you sending the intended message? To do this, I am going to remove my virtual background and let you into my space just a little bit. All right, here is a setup I see frequently in the corporate world, and I want to talk about it. Workspace, if this is you, your workspace has been optimized to accommodate many screens and maybe someone calling in, they have a question about a contract or a spreadsheet or something along those lines. And so your camera is on top of one of your computers, and then you have another work screen over here. And at just a very basic level, what is happening is that you are looking down on me. And maybe some of you have the screen tilted down like that, which would be a little bit better because you see more of my body. I'm taking up a little bit more space in the square rather than just being a talking head. But again, you still have the sensation of looking down on me, and I am in the position of being looked down upon. I just want you to think about that for a minute and how that might impact dynamics in a relationship. I'm not saying you need to go out and completely change everything about your workspace, although it might not be a bad idea to find a way to keep a camera at eye level so that you are at parity with someone in the relationship, right? If we are these are the two cameras and we can either be eye to eye, or someone's camera is really high and so that person is looking down at that person, right? The other person. And it just is a dynamic to keep in mind, and what that might do unconsciously, beneath the awareness, unintentionally, to the person you're speaking to and how they might be viewing you. There's one other camera angle that I would like to address, and that's this one. Now, in this situation, I am looking down and the camera is shooting up. Again, I'm a talking head. It's not a very powerful stance. It probably looks a little silly, a little goofy on your end. If I wanted to take up more space but not change the camera, then we'd be dealing with this situation. So now this is a situation where you are being looked down upon. You have the sensation of someone looking down at you or on you. And this is phrasing that we use commonly in our language: to look down your nose at someone, to be looked down upon. If I were a director and doing camera work in a film, this is how I establish authority. That one person, usually a child or someone of lesser power, is down here looking up. And so that just, again, at that unconscious level, puts me at sort of this more authoritative, authoritarian, overbearing, overpowering type dynamic. Now, we give each other a lot of grace. We all know that we are struggling to show up well and better, I think, in this space. I used yesterday or on Monday, I said, moving through the nuance of virtual collaboration and virtual communication rather than the nuisance of it. We often treat it like a nuisance, even though it is a really compelling and democratic mode of communication. And what I mean by democratic is that it's very accessible. Many people have access to a screen, whether it's through their phone, whether it's through a work computer, a library computer, a personal computer. We have access to a camera. Uh, and knowing how to use it well so that you can communicate effectively and collaborate and create trust and relationship in this modality is an important skill to have and to consider as you are moving through your professional journey. So I just wanted to add that information. Thanks for watching. I hope you've picked up something to think about, maybe that you want to apply as we talk about your virtual presence and how to maximize it.